Hey guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share down below. Who are you, and what did you do?
Hello, my name's Adam Nickson. I played VS for two big events, both Grimsby Regional, where I went 4-1-1, and I topped OTS Championship in Liverpool going 4-0.
Happy days, nice. So, yeah, kind of dive us into it. Why did you pick Vanquish Soul? Kind of talk us through some of your choices.
So I was playing Vanquish Soul when it first got released, like without Sue, and it was really a deck that I just enjoyed playing. Obviously, when Sue got printed, I was like, right, this is now a good deck. So I took it to UK Nationals, took it to Euros, and just in preparation for K9 to come out. And then when K9 came out, all me and my mates, we all picked one a deck. So one of us got Dracotale, one of us got K9, one of us got Yummy. So we've got a nice close knit circle, and I just think K9 Vanquish is the most explosive deck of the format at the moment. So I can get really good wins, and you just get to these really fast games where I'm just like looking at my hand of going, "Oh, you're dead," and I know you're dead from just my starting hand.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah, how did it perform over those weekends? I'm looking at your first list. I'm looking at the regional list first. So, how did it perform? Talk us through some of your choices.
So going into the format, and me and my mate both knew we were going to play a lot of tournaments, so we just kind of went with a really generic list. So my side deck is just the most generic thing in the world, like the Solemn Judgments and Dark Ruler No Mores. I just thought, oh, Yumi puts up a big board, I'll put Dark Ruler in. Oh, I don't know what to put in going first over the Charmies, so I'll put Solemn Judgments in. And I found with this list that the two games, the one game I lost and the one game I drew, it's because I bricked.
Ah,
And every single time I didn't brick, I won the game. So for that tournament, my round one was a draw against Dracotale, and the only reason why I genuinely feel like I drew that game was because it was the first time properly playing in paper play in a tournament setting with K9 Vanquish,
yeah,
and I genuinely felt like if I just played quicker, then
yeah.
I got that game. It was it was like 5 minutes left on timer, and I've nibbed my opponent in game three. He had nothing to do, and I'm looking at my hand of like Ryzen, Borger, Earth, Dark. Like I'm absolutely I'm burning him on time, and B, I've got full board, I've got full combo next
Yeah,
turn,
yeah.
and just time got called on his turn, so it's like right, that's a draw. So I was like,
Fantastic.
and then my only loss was against the Mirror.
Yeah,
Um, he, it was the funnest game in the world. It's like game one, he saw no way to interact with me, so I just won. Game two, I saw no way to interact with him, so he won. And then game three, I bricked, and it's like I look at my hand where it's like I've got loads of good names in hand, but they're just not doing anything together. So it's like
yeah,
I've got the Caesar, I've got the Borg, or I've got Lantern. It's like these just aren't doing anything together anymore. So even though I enjoyed the list and I loved it, I chose so many options that I genuinely think you don't need to do in Vanquish Soul. So um, going from Grimsby to the OTS Championships, and from now on, I've cut so many cards from my main deck and I've changed so much of my extra deck. A couple of things I enjoyed about the deck is the names of Vanquish. I don't think I'll ever change ever. Those first 20 cards of my extra deck, all of my main deck of just a Vanquish, I think
yeah,
is the correct ratios. You don't need the second Borger, you don't need the third Borger for some people. I'm never like lacking names. It's just you get some hands where it's like, I wish there was an extra name in hand because whatever. But if you're playing conservatively, you never lose your Borger, you never lose your Caesar, and you're never asking for another one. So I think my first 20 in my main deck is perfect. I think my K9 lineup was okay. I don't think you need Lantern or Case of K9 in the main deck anymore. I think they are just a side deck card because you lose the dice roll and you look at a hand of like Case of K9 and Lantern, and it's doing nothing on your turn fundamentally and nothing on your opponent's turn either. They're both just cards that help as soon as you get hand trapped. So even though they are really good, they're just I kind of threw together this list. Didn't know which Charmies to play, so I just kind of went, I'll play five. The big problem with Vanquish Soul is you've got no spaces for non-engine. Um,
yeah,
like looking at the Grimsby list right now, I would say all the way up to Pot of Prosperity are mandatories.
yeah. I can
So
see that.
I've got six cards in my main deck now that is like specifically me like what do I want to play, and six cards isn't enough to hit for what 10 meta decks right now.
Yeah, especially opening weekend with new set coming out. Yeah, it's diabolical, and you've always got some of those funny people that love playing their pet decks as well. It
Oh
can be
yeah,
wild.
yeah. So it's like I expected to see a lot of Mitsu Raijio, and I expected to see like barely any of the new decks. And if I saw someone on a new deck, it's because I see them at every event. It's like, all right, makes sense. And I went Dracotel round 1 where I drew. Vanquish Stole the Mirror where I lost. Then I played probably a local legend on Odeon. Then I played another Mirror. Then I played a Lunalight, which was probably the scariest match of all time. And that game has made me realise that actually my main deck was so bad for just random decks. And then I played the Mirror final round. And so I think the list is really good. But I think the list is really good because of like the generic 30 cards that you have to play.
Yeah.
I think my chosen 6 from like the K9 quick play talents, Perilias, Lantern, and case of K9, I don't think those were the correct choice.
Yeah. Okay.
And then as well, the biggest like what if in the extra deck is the Nash Knight package.
Yeah.
So you either play the 104 or you play like the 101 and 107.
Yeah.
And you'll see in a bit that I've actually like one event I played 104, one event I played the 107 and 101.
Right.
I still don't know which one I would rather play.
Right. Yeah.
Both events, you make this Nash Knight and you go, and your opponent passes to you. You go rank up Nash Knight, and you either make the 107 or the 104, and they both fundamentally do the same thing, which is force a form of interaction, and if it sticks, you win the game. But I'm never making either of those into my turn 1 board. If I've made my C104 on my turn going first, I've won the game already, but I've won the game because of everything else, not just that extra rank 5. I don't think you need the extra rank 5, which Lantern creates. There's also a virus code break swordsman in the extra deck.
I saw that. I was going to ask questions about that. Yes, go ahead.
On paper, you need it because you can't out a Baguska.
Yep.
However, the deck that's Baguska in you also probably has 2 Liger Dancers on the end board. And Baguska is now not the problem.
Yeah.
I don't think Mitsu is I don't think Mitsu Raijio, even still, it's a very good deck. I just don't think it's that good suited right now. So I'm not scared of like a Mitsu player Baguska in me.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I genuinely don't think you need the Virus Swordsman. I also, probably quite controversial, I don't think you need the Vanquish Soul Rocks either in the extra deck. I see how it comes up. Like you can basically make it into an SP. Really handy. Like it's you can make rocks attack with a dude. Rocks rank up into the Xyz rocks and then make an SP. Like I understand where it comes up, and I understand like the attack boost comes up as well. But the amount of times other things have come up so much more, and I'm looking at my extra deck being like, I activate Prosp and it's the first one to go always. Or it's like my 15th card in my extra deck and I barely even see it, and I barely even like doesn't even come to mind when I'm playing. So I'm cutting both that and Virus Swordsman afterwards. But overall, I think this list for Grimsby was a decent list for Grimsby because, like you said, it was the first weekend. I didn't know what decks I was going against, so I kept the draw in for the Mitsu Raijio. I wasn't maining it. I kept the Perilias in and the Fuas, so I've got 5 cards in my deck that, so realistically, maths say I should see one of them. So at least no matter what, if I do lose the dice roll, I should see a Mulcharmy. It would at least give me an extra draw. Normally, they give you 2. And then your opponent kind of stops playing after 2. So I'm fine with that. It gives me an extra card. It's a very fancy upstart at the point.
Yeah.
So I kind of went really generic with this list. Overall, the Grimsby Regional taught me so much about the deck and how much like I should play. Like if I'm ever going to go for a Paradise, there has to be a Ripper on my end board first.
Yeah.
Even if my opponent, like even if I really want to be greedy, and you can get like you look at a hand of like Su and Xiaolong and you can go, oh, I can make Paradise before Nib. You just don't, because you just get hand trapped, and you just know you get hand trapped. Like I expect never to full combo with this deck.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Even if it's like a really bad hand trap, like the Ghost Ogre Rock of the Vanquisher to add back, it's like fundamentally that does nothing, but I'm expecting to get hand trapped at least once. So I play like I'm going to get hand trapped twice.
Yep.
And I kind of play my game being like, they've got the imperm, even though I know imperm's not played right now. It's like, they've got the imperm. I'm going to normal Ryzen, they're going to imperm it, and I'm going to pass. But I kind of that's how I like playing with the deck. I play really cautiously, really carefully.
I think it's a good mindset.
But overall, there's not much to say about this list, because from going from Grimsby to the following weekend, I went to a small winner box in Liverpool. It was just, if you win, you get a Yummy core.
Nice.
I came third then, but there's nothing to shout home about. It felt like I just went to some person's locals and played their locals. There wasn't many players, but so going from Grimsby to the Just Play, there's so much I changed. So I don't know if you have the Just Play on screen now.
Yes, I've got on screen now. You can carry on, don't worry.
Yeah. The first I've organised it quite well. So from Ryzen to Prosp didn't change. Like I said,
yeah,
I'm never going to change them. I don't think you can. There is a reason to play the second Borger. If you really miss the interaction where you can go normal Ryzen, the effect negate, target negate, and you can bounce it back. I see why. I genuinely think the second Borger doesn't come up.
Okay.
So get to Prosp, and I was like, right, I saw so much Vanquish K9 at all the events I went to, and I think DD Crow is really good against Vanquish K9 just because it makes them play so strangely. They don't expect to get DD Crow'd.
Yeah.
And it checks so much. So when I'm playing into a board, especially in the mirror, I don't expect them to have Sue and every attribute in hand.
Okay.
But I do expect them to have Azuna.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it's obviously Azuna's by itself is a form of interaction when Sue isn't a form of interaction by itself. She kind of needs to have a really good hand to interact. She either needs to have a fire and a dark, or a earth and a dark. If they have an earth and a dark and take something off my board, I don't think I mind.
Okay.
Obviously, if they have the fire in the dark and they get to summon the Ryzen and Caesar on my turn, then I'm a bit careful. But I just don't think the amount of hands that those create, you don't really see it. But I expect to see Azuna, and DD Crow checks that. They go Azuna, summon Lupus. You just DD Crow the Lupus.
Yeah,
and they don't have a form of interaction anymore. They're not making a Ripper, they're not making a Nash Knight, they're just not making anything. And then the Azuna's now doing nothing on their turn. And yeah, it's a level 5 for them to start the turn off with, but I don't mind. It's a card out your deck, and I now know you're not playing. You don't have a Lupus in play, so I really like DD Crow for that.
Yeah. See, did it feel good into the other matchups as well?
Alright, so it felt really good. It felt better than Mulchami Perulia.
Okay.
Which is kind of the reason why that was the main swap. I swapped the Mulchamis for DD Crow, and I swapped a talent for the third DD Crow because it was a going first card for me for talent, and I just didn't like it. I felt like I didn't need help going first.
Okay.
Which wasn't extra consistency. And talents, even though it does I draw 2 or look at my opponent's hand. If I go normal Ryzen, they stop it, and I can't play.
Yeah.
Talents isn't making me play.
Yeah.
So cut that as well. I wanted stuff to either really be quite good or make me play more. Yep. So DD Crow going into other matchups. DD Crow also checks a lot of the Yummy. It checks the field spell reborning. It checks the spell to reborn. And when you're playing against Yummy, you don't want them to have anything on board. If they normal summon, you want to interact with it straight away.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Because if they've started the turn off normal summon, they don't have Obedient School, they don't have Sky Striker cards.
Yeah.
So the hand's bad. So pop in that that one Yummy monster, you might just win.
Yeah,
off that. And DD Crow helps check how they come back from you putting a lot of resources into one Yummy monster. So because it checks the field spell that they might have had open, it checks the Yummy Surprise that some decks are playing that at 3 now. So I really wanted to check that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then my mate was playing Yummy, and he skirted to Dracotail.
Okay.
And the Dracotail end board isn't that scary. It's the seals and a fusion with the 2 traps. That's not scary. The scary thing is the Faminer. because you don't know what variant of Dracotel they're on. You don't know if they've got Shaddoll cards in their deck. You don't know
Yeah.
if they've got King of the Swamps in your deck. So you don't really know what that Faminer is going to summon. That Faminer could summon a Winder. That Faminer could summon a Dragoon. And those are the cards that I'm going to lose to.
Yeah.
So being able to DD Crow the Faminer when they want to try and add it back just means I know for a fact they don't have Faminer for their turn. So I'm just facing what they've got on their board.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I would rather do that. So that's the reason why I play DD Crow. I still, to this day, I'm going to be playing DD Crow until someone tells me it's really bad. The big surprise in this list is the Small World. Technically, Small World is full combo. By itself, it searches any card in your deck. And the Vanquish Souls are so good to search. You're never really searching like one Vanquish Soul monster to another, but you never need to do that.
Yeah.
All Small World's doing is swapping a hand trap to a name, or a name to a hand trap, which seems bad. It's like, I'm swapping Ash for a Ryzen. But if that Ryzen gives me full combo, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Or what I've found with Small World is going from a name that I've got in my hand to a hand trap of a completely different attribute, and that attribute's the reason why I like it.
Yes. Okay.
So you've got like Fua's a level 4. So if I have an extra Fua, that goes fundamentally into a Mad Love or a Ryzen.
Okay.
Ryzen can get me into like basically a hand trap like Ash. I'd say if I've got multiple Ryzens, I'd rather one of them be an Ash than a Ryzen. So that's kind of the element. Even though it's not like as good as normal Summon Ryzen or Activate Stake Your Soul, it's still a very good spell that I felt like it gives the deck consistency. And I also think you activate Small World, and so many times your opponent goes, "Oh, I forgot this card exists," and they just don't know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
And even though, like, yes, you get one card from your hand, so it's 2 for 1. So it's your Small World away, like Ryzen, or Small World away, Madlove. If they don't interact with it, I'm really happy with it. It's like, if I'm activating Small World, I feel like I'm winning the game.
Yeah, because like if it goes through, you've got all the pieces you need, really.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I've really enjoyed about Small World is the 5s don't have anything in common. Anyway, like, all the 5s don't have anything in common. So like, I'm playing a normal Summon Ryzen, the interact with it, and I'm like, right, I'm now Small Worlding for Azuna. Azuna's giving me Lupus, and then a Paradise you. It's like, you've interacted me once. Small World means I'm going to specifically get to Paradise or get to what I want.
Yeah.
Knowing why you've interacted with me. So it's like, if they're Ashen Ryzen, it's probably their only play.
Yeah.
And they think that might stop me. It's like, right, well, you're supposed to hold it for Sewer, you're supposed to hold it for something else. Like, so what hand trap they use normally screams to me like, A, do they know my deck well?
Yeah.
Or B, kind of, do they have multiple hand traps? Like, if you're Ashen Ryzen, I'm expecting there's 2 more hand traps in your hand.
Yeah, that's
like, I don't expect it. So it's little things like that. So I think Small World's really good.
Yeah.
Also, my side deck for this event,
some spice,
was really strange. Yeah. So I've sided the Case of K9 and the Lantern. That's probably the first bit of spice.
Yeah.
Like I said before, they don't really do much going first. Yes, Case of K9 does search you Azuna, and Azuna gives you Lupus, and it gives you a rank 5. And Lantern gives you that extra rank 5, or helps you go play through hand traps. But I don't want to see them game 1. And that was the main thing. It was, I've sided them in going first, but I don't want to see them game 1 where there's that possibility of going second.
Yeah. That's right.
So those going over the Chammies. I chose to play Warning over Judgment.
Yes, that is a
just
question.
Because Dracotel is becoming a lot more popular.
Yeah.
And Warning's just better into that than Judgment.
Okay.
And I don't mind. I kind of want to pay less life points as well.
Yeah.
It's the Dracotel and the Yummy. They can kill you out of nowhere. The Yummies get really big. They summon 5 dudes. You're like, oh, what am I going to do? And then they're all 4k for some reason. The Dracotels, they summon 2 fusions. They've interacted with your board a bit. They fuse them away. They reborn them back, and that's like 9k on board. It's like, I don't want to pay 4k life.
Yeah.
For them to just swing once into a big dude.
I mean, even Vanquish Soul as well. Like, if you half your life points, it only takes a few burns over like a bit of a grindy game state, and you're gonna lose.
Yeah. So, for Judgment over Warning, I'll test that out, and I really liked Warning as well. It kind of goes into other matchups a bit nicer as well,
Yeah.
which I've kind of liked. There's probably a reason for both, and there's probably a reason to play Judgment over Warning and Warning over Judgment. I think it's personal preference, and my personal preference is less life points.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair reason.
Lancia, surprisingly, isn't there for Malice. It's for Crystron.
Yes, yeah, I
I'm
did wonder
more
about this.
I'm more scared of Crystron than Malice. I think the reason why that is because my car, where we go to events,
Yeah.
there is me on K9, there's my mate on either Yumi or Dracatel, and there's my mate in the back playing Crystron.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every event I go to, I'm taking a Crystron player with me.
Yeah. I think that's a fair enough. That's a fair enough response.
But obviously, Malice is still quite good. I think Malice is actually really good right now as well, because people are not siding Lancia anymore. Or there's a couple of people that's like, do I need to side Lancia? And Malice can kind of just steamroll you sometimes, and it still eats hand traps, and it still gets the full board out, and the full board is still scary.
It's a weird situation for it at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like banishing is still really scary. Like, I do not want any of my cards to get banished.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind if you pop them. I can add them back. I can't add back my banished, and that's the thing. Like you Ghost Ogre, Ghost Ogre is really good against Vanquish Soul, but at least it's in the graveyard, and then when I make a rock, I can add back any attribute I need.
Yeah.
If they're banished, they're still really scary. So Malice is still like a good deck, and I think if you're playing Malice, you've played Malice for a year now.
Yeah.
And those are the players that you need to be afraid of.
100%.
Where they've played the one deck for a year and they're never changing. It's like, oh, you're scary.
Yeah.
So Lancias were there for Crystron and Lancia, or Crystron and Malice. The Charmies are there because going into Rogue and going into second blind, I put Perilias in because I don't mind going draw face Perilia, getting the one draw, and them playing weirdly. Obviously, Yumi can play around it with Obedience School, but most of the time they give you like 2 draws. And it kind of stops them. It stops them full boarding because they don't want to give you a load. Same with Fua. So going blind, I put Perilias in.
Okay.
The Pankatops were just for this event. Looking at my old list at the Grimsby, I didn't really side in Droll. I didn't really side in Dark Rule no more. So I was like, right, what 2 cards can I play over Droll just to test? And I put Pankatops in, and it came up. There was a game against the Dracatel player that I played in round 2. And my hand was just full side decks. it was my Duster, it was Pankatops, and it was Shifter. And I was like, the Shifter's checking the Dracatel player anyway, and he still ended on a board, and the Duster and the Pankatops just cleared it. And it's a custom hand. It's it's 3 one-offs.
Yeah.
It's 3 really powerful cards, and it cleared him. And to be fair, Shifter probably won me that turn that game anyway. But it just felt really good. And then Pank into Yumi's really good.
Yes.
Pank into Dracatel is kind of nice because you know which trap they've got where.
Yeah.
So you start your turn off, you summon Pankatops.
Yep.
It can kind of check the seals. You don't really want to use your battle phase against Dracatel because you kind of want to kill them. You don't want to really go into a grind with them. But it checks the seals, and then it checks one of the traps, and it checks the trap that you know you're going to lose to. If I've got I need my Stake Your Soul to resolve, or I need my Vanquish Soul start to resolve, I'm going to pop the spell, negate trap.
Yeah.
If I know the bounce is going to just ruin me, I'm going to pop that. So that was quite nice.
Yeah.
So even though it doesn't do as well into Dracatel as it does into Yumi, it's still this really nice card. And then going into the random matchups as well. Against Mitsu Raziel, you summon it, you kind of know where, if they've got prayers or they've got the trap set, so it checks the prayers, checks the trap, it forces the back row.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I used the Pank for. It was more just forcing the back rows. Talked about Case of K9, talked about Lantern. They go in first.
Yeah, did you ever miss them in the main at all? Was there ever moments you were like, I wish they were in?
I always miss the Case of K9. just because I think Ripper searching Case of K9 just means I can kind of play a little bit more into the board, and
Yeah.
then Case of K9 add the one that I would prefer, even
Yeah.
if it was Jockle or Azuna. I'd never really missed Lantern.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
50-50.
think, yeah, a lot of people are siding the Case of K9 Lantern and the quick play.
Okay.
And I think the quick play is amazing. I think the quick people forget that the quick play pops a card,
Yeah.
and then being able to werewolf my opponent and look at your hand, I think it's amazing. I think
And
it's really good into the mirror
it's
where I
pretty
can
big.
like check your Holy Sue. You activate Holy Sue in hand. I'm werewolfing, looking at your hand, getting rid of the Holy Sue so it doesn't summon, and then I know your whole hand.
Yeah.
So I now know right what's every other form of interaction I need. So I think the quick play is gonna stay in my main deck for a while, but I tested Case of K9 on Lantern in the side, and I think that's where they should stay. I don't think they should be mained.
Yeah. That's fair
I'd
enough.
get other decks like Crystron, put Case of K9 in, probably play it at 3 because Jockle with Sulfur is really good. But for Vanquish Soul, if I see Lantern in hand, it's just a Dark, and I would rather it be a DD Crow or a Madlove or a Borger. Like, I would rather it be any other Dark. It's just a Dark if it's in my hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Most of the time. Shifter is just the one of that I can play that checks Dracotail, checks random rogue decks, and I think if I side it into a deck that it does check and I see it, I win the game.
Yeah.
Sadly, I've only seen it once, and it was against the Dracotail player, but I also saw Duster and Pank, and it's like the Shifter made the Duster and Pank probably irrelevant, but the Duster and Pank probably also made the Shifter irrelevant.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I've not seen Shifter any other games.
Oh, so
Even at locals, I just don't see it.
So it was just that one game that came up and it was relevant and it did something then?
Yeah. On paper, it's really good.
Yeah.
On paper, it should mean the Dracotail player doesn't play. On paper, it should mean the Yumi player has a weaker board. On paper, it should mean the Vanquish player plays weirdly. The Mitsu plays weirdly. It makes the decks just play weirdly. And I think if you can make your opponent think about their plays, they're going to misplay. It's like everybody knows their one card start. Everybody knows their combo lines that
Yes.
they've researched and practiced.
Yep.
A Shifter you don't expect it because it's a one-of.
Yep. And it's painful every time.
Yeah, they pause, they go, right, can I play this? Can I play through this? And then they start playing, they start losing resources, and then they realise, oh, I've lost so much resources just to put up like 2 forms of interaction, and I'm there with 5 cards in my hand.
Yeah, it can be pretty big.
Duster is also this one of that. I think it now stays in my side deck. I think I side it in going second into everything right now. Mitsu Raizio, it checks the Raizio Cross and anything they've got on the back row, it just forces them to activate it. Vanquish Soul, it forces Start, so they can't protect, and it forces Snow Devil if they get it. Crystron, it forces the trap, it forces inclusion, it forces the K9 quick play. It just goes, activate this, I don't have to worry about anything else. So I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Protoss is probably the biggest like random card that I chose to play.
Yes, that is the next question that was coming for, because I'm saying there is no Banshee here. I'm not blind, am I?
No, just good one of. It's a really good Dark. It's also really funny going like Sue reveal Protoss for the Dark, and they just go, oh, and it makes them play so weirdly because they have to hold an interaction with the Protoss.
Yeah.
I was playing against a Malice player, and my hand was like playable, but it was I need this Protoss to stick to basically stay in the game.
Yeah.
And I played for his board. I got rid of Ally Code Negate. I got rid of the Trap Banish. So I knew if I slap Protoss on board, it's staying there. They're not going to be able to banish it. So I did it. I summoned it. It made him like Whitebinder banish a load of dudes, summon Dormouse next to his Whitebinder. So when I call Dark, it keeps the Whitebinder from Dormouse's like weird hidden effect.
Okay.
So I was like, right, so that's really good because now I'm not board wiping you. You've kept Whitebinder, but you also had a firewall on board. So it's like, right, I either call Dark, beat over the Whitebinder, call Dark, beat over the firewall, but you're keeping a name. And it was such a good play. But I summoned Protoss, called Dark. It kept the Whitebinder and the firewall. I beat over the white binder because I was like, I'd rather you not have a malice name.
Okay.
That also has the weird like attack and defense swapper thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, I'll do that. And then I passed. I passed with Protoss, and obviously he couldn't play because it's Protoss Go Dark. So he crashes his firewall into my Protoss, and then just passes it back to me, and I'm like, right, so you're now dead. Like I've now won the game because I've stuck this Protoss and I've done it. And I think with Vanquish as well, I can call every attribute, and none of it's detrimental to me.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
So Vanquish Soul Start just means I can call an attribute and then protect my dudes on my board. So if I really want to like declare Earth, I put Holy Sue on board, I Protoss call Earth, I protect it with the field spell, and then I've got Holy Sue to activate on your opponent's turn. It's not like I turn off my Holy Sue in hand. It's like I've left it on the board instead. If I want to call fire, I can protect my dudes. If I want to call dark, I've got darks, I've got earths, I've got fires. And then I've specifically made my extra deck as well to call every other attribute as well. So, like, Ripper gives me the wind. Yes, I don't want to get rid of my wind, but if I'm playing a deck where I'm Protoss calling wind, I've won. If that's the play where I'm Protoss calling wind, I think I've won.
Flu mentioned?
Yeah. But the big Nash Knight can't be destroyed by card effects.
Yeah.
So I can call water.
Oh,
still be happy.
Yes.
I play Hound. You shouldn't. It's so bad. But the turn Hound summoned, it can't be destroyed by battle. Can be destroyed by my card effects. I don't mind that because I've made it cold light. It's better than getting rid of Paradise. It's better than getting rid of Werewolf. It's just a card that I can summon, that I can call light, that I don't mind getting rid of.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I then had to justify playing Hound, and my justification of playing Hound was it's my Baguska pass.
Okay.
I make Ripper, and you hand trap me a load, and if I pass on just Ripper, quick play. I'm not going to win from a Ripper effect and a Werewolf if you've put me on that board. But the quick play can make Ripper go into Hound, slap Hound in defense, can't be destroyed by battle, can't be destroyed by card effects. And then as they're playing, it becomes massive. So then I start my turn off and I go, battle phase, beat over anything that's dangerous, make a Zeus the board.
Yep.
And it's just like my plan B, like, oh no, I'm on my back foot, I'll put it in defense and I'll hope I live.
Yeah.
It's come up once in the mirror, where I summoned it, slapped it in defense. It made him not be able to kill me.
That's good.
I then, during the standby phase of my turn, popped whatever I deemed to be really annoying for my hand. So if it was Snow Devil, it forced him to activate it. I don't mind you getting rid of my Hound. And it just allowed me to then play freely. It gave me that turn, and that's kind of what I liked about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Realistically, you shouldn't play it. But also, I don't know what I'd cut for it. It was my Virus Swordsman, so I took out Virus Swordsman, put in Hound.
Take it you didn't miss it then, I take it?
Nah, I don't think I'll ever see a Baguska.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you see any Baguskas at all over the two?
So I saw the one Baguska against the Lunalight, but again, that wasn't the threatening part of the board. It was Baguska, 2 Ligers. It's like, I need to out 2 Ligers. I'm not caring about the Baguska.
Yep.
But yeah, so talk about the main deck. Real like Ludicro, real like Smallwood. My side deck, talked about that.
Yep.
Couple random one-offs. I think I've cut the Pank now for Retaliating Sea.
Interesting. Okay.
It's the second and third shifter, specifically against Dracotel. I think Dracotel is the scariest deck in the format.
It's been doing very well. Like, I've seen some very interesting versions, especially with the Shadow stuff coming up.
Yeah, I feel like if I sit down and I'm against a Dracotel pilot who has only played Dracotel now and wants to play Dracotel and has tested the Dragoon with King of the Swamps, has tested the Shadows with Winder, has tested the branded version, or just tested like the 20 hand trap version, they're scary. They are scary people.
Yeah.
And they are the one deck that I'm like, I can beat, but if I wanted to have 2 extra sidecards for it, that just hurt it badly. So I'm testing Retaliate and see at the upcoming regionals that I'm going to. Like, I'm going to Accrington on Saturday.
Okay.
I'm going to Harlequins Preston on Sunday. And then I've got like a load booked as well. Like, I'm going to the Dutch Open. I'm going to the 2 London events this month and next month. Like, I think Retaliancy is going to be really good for it. I think in the UK anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a lot of Dracotel players. It could just be people in the north really like Dracotel, but there's so many, and there's so many people that thought Yummy was going to be really good, and they've now swapped to Dracotel because Dracotel just absolutely destroys Yummy. So I was like, right, I want to play more cards in my side deck that just targets them a bit more directly. Looking at my extra deck in this deck, like I was saying about the main deck, like from Rise into Prosp, I don't think you change. From my extra deck, I think from Rock to the Big Nash Knight, you can't change. Like, 2 Rock is mandatory, the 3rd comes up. 1 Ripper is mandatory, the 2nd comes up. Zeus, Typhon are really good.
Yeah.
Being able to Lupus summon Typhon is amazing. It makes any Fiendsmith irrelevant because they start playing Fiendsmith and you summon Lupus to then reborn him. So they've got 2 6s on board. And it forces them into Desiree, because if they make Wave King, you just bash it and then pop a back row. Because you've got Typhon, who's 2/9. So it forces them into Desiree. Because then at least if you just go battle phase bash it, they can at least check the Typhon. But it makes the whole Fiendsmith line irrelevant, being able to go Lupus into Typhon and make it untargetable. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
The concept that Lupus just goes, you can't target it, just makes that card so much better. Like, there was no reason for it to have that card effect.
Yeah.
But because it does,
it's crazy.
It just makes it amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
So Zeus comes up in these weird game states where you just you start your turn with a Ripper and you kind of go, Zeus just checks your board. So battle phase, poke, make a Zeus, do that, and then play on your main phase too. It comes up so much where it's like, can Zeus just board wipe you? And if it's a yes, you do it.
Yeah.
Especially if you make Ripper with a Lupus underneath it. It just means yeah, I don't mind. Oh, you want to Dracotel trap bounce it? No, you can't. It's untargetable.
Yeah.
It just seems really strong. Paradise, a lot of people are cutting it. And I can see why. Like, it is just like, you sometimes you tunnel vision into it and you get damaged because of it. They nib you. But if you tunnel vision into it and you haven't securely a way to play around nib, like kept a Holy Sue in hand or had an Azuna in hand, I think it's your fault for tunneling into it.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm Paradising you, I've got a Ripper on the board to protect from nib.
Yeah.
And it's got a Lupus underneath it, so I'm protected from Effect Veil and all this for target and interaction. Like, that's when I'm Paradising you.
If you're making it, you're winning the game with it. Realistically, like, you shouldn't be making it willy nilly. You should be making it with everything's backed up. It will win you the game moment. It's like if it's done, it should be done properly. And it's a lot of people probably are fumbling it at the moment just because they're like, ooh, broken card.
Yeah. I really like it into rogue decks because when I was playing against the Lunalight at Grimsby, I won game 1 because I Paradised him.
Yeah.
Game 2, he full boards me with Liger and Baguska, and I was like, I was playing into it more to see how good of a player he was.
Okay.
Because it's like, realistically, I look at my hand of double Liger and Baguska, and I scoop. Yeah. I should scoop straight away, but because game 1 lasted like a minute, because I just Paradised him, I think he fooed me.
Okay.
And I was like, and obviously the Grimsby list, I had talents. So he fooed me a talent. I looked at his hand, he had no other hand traps. And I was like, right, I'm going to give you, with my hand, 2 draws, and I've got a Paradise on board.
Yep, which is good.
And I was like, and in my head I was like, how many hand traps does Lunalight play? Not many. And so I summoned 1, he drew for turn, he drew another fooer, he fooed me. I was like, right, so does he draw nib in 2 cards? And I was like, nah, won't. So Paradised him. Obviously, I didn't know he was on Lunalight at the time until I looked at his hand and just saw kind of 4 bad cards. Like he was comboing, but it was like a really loose combo.
Yeah, just so
So like, right, I can Paradise him. I had Sue in hand for backup, so even if he did nib me, I was like, oh, I can kind of Sue, and Sue can kind of like get me to live. So I did that game 1, Paradised him. Game 2, he full boards me Liger, and I was like, right, I'm going to play into it a little bit. And I outed one Liger. I think it was the one time I used rocks and boosted up like a Caesar or something.
Yeah.
Don't know. Anyway, it was an irrelevant game. Like I knew I was scooping, but I just wanted to kind of see like what hand traps he was playing and how he played as a person.
Okay.
And we go into game 3. It was a bit of a grind. Like neither of us comboed. But I genuinely feel like those weird matchups, like the Lunalites, the Cristrons, where they can just like steamroll you, being able to Paradise them and just being able to go like, you're on a back foot now. Like I've won game 1, or I've won game 2, and we've made it really even. I think those are really. You just can't cut it for that playability of it. Valom, it comes up when it comes up, and when it comes up, it's amazing. A lot of the time, I like making it for when they out it. I pop a back row. It comes up sometimes against Dracatel where they out it, and you kind of go effect target your back row, and they go, oh what? It's like, yeah, that's what it does. For no reason. It used to be an X target.
Yeah.
Pops your back row. It's an MST. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, Nesh Knight and C Nesh Knight are mandatories. But at Grimsby, I played 104. This one in Liverpool, I played the 107 and 101.
Which do you prefer? Like, have you found a favourite yet?
I prefer the 107 at the moment.
Okay.
Solely for the reason of it's massive. It's 4-5. So it helps against like the loot lights. It helps against someone just summoning a big dude. And you just kind of go, right. And as well with the package. So you're summoning Nesh Knight with a Lupus underneath it.
Yeah.
And because C104, to make that live, you needed to activate Nesh Knight. So you got rid of the Lupus to put 104 under it. So when you put C104 on top, it has the ability.
Yeah.
But with C107, you don't need a number monster underneath it.
Okay.
To actually activate it's like detached to negate the whole board. So like, if I'm looking at my hand where it's like my only form of interaction is Azuna into Lupus, I make Nesh Knight, put it in defense, it's 2-7, they can't target it, and they just kind of go, and they're really worried like, when are they gonna like target to take? And I just don't. And then I start my turn, I go, C Nesh Knight, so now I've got this, can't be destroyed by card effects, can't be targeted. Dude. I go C Nesh Knight, detach the Azuna, so it still can't be targeted, still can't be destroyed by card effects, so they just kind of have to let it go. I put C107 on board, they read it, because everybody reads it, and I go, if you let this go through, I've won the game. Because I've negated your board, it's 4-5, and it just stops you activating card effects as well on the field. So, yeah, you've got the Faminer in hand, you're going to summon a Fusion, but the Fusion's negated. Or you're going to summon Sue from your hand, but the Sue's negated. You're going to summon Azuna and you're going to summon Lupus, but Lupus can't summon into an Exceeds. It just checks so much, and if it goes through, I've won the game. And then the C101, it came up against Malice.
Okay.
So, and Nash Knight took one of his links. I think I took Whitebinder, and then I made C101 and took Red Ransom and just kept it underneath it. So when I passed back to him, the March Hare in his hand isn't banishing a link to Reborn and like comboing me off. He just doesn't have these links anymore. So then he has to like build up to his access code with 4 monsters instead of just 1.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to take you 2 links. And then I think I made a comment being like, Malice decks haven't changed for a year, so I know exactly what's in your extra deck.
Yeah.
Like, I found out his extra deck. I was like, you've got a Zeus, you've got an access code, you've probably got another Lingery, but like, I knew what was in his extra deck without even looking. And I'm just like, so that comes up. Also, just the ability to just like, it's such a weird form of removal, being like attaching, and it just kind of checks some of those cards that go, if it goes to the graveyard, do something. I was like, it's not in the graveyard, it's under my dude.
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of cool. I think the reason why as well, why I'm on 107, is the 104 is amazing. Okay. Burn for half your life points, look at your opponent's hand is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've probably already looked at your opponent's hand with Werewolf.
Yeah.
And the burn for half is really useful because like you're the trap and 2 Borgers away from death.
Yeah.
But if I've summoned it, it is so easy to play around it. And there's so many decks can chain block their good effects as well.
Yeah.
And because it only negates on field as well, it's like it doesn't feel like a good negate. Like, yes, it's very good. Yes, it burns for half your life. Yes, it looks your hand. Well, rips a card anyway. Yes, it's really good. It just doesn't feel like it's necessary.
Yeah.
When having the one, and it also it's really like going Nesh Knight and putting 104 underneath it just screams my next play is making C104.
Yeah.
So they can just play around it. When I'm doing like Nash Knight into C Nash Knight, you don't know what I'm going to make. You don't know if I'm going to make 107. You don't know if I'm going to make 101. So it's a bit more like a bit of a mystery, which I kind of liked. At the OTS Championship, which this deck played, my final round was against K9 Super Quantal.
Oh my god.
And honestly, it after the game, it made me go out and want to buy a Super Quantal core. But I win the dice roll, and I Paradise him. I had a really good hand. I was able to like Ripper, Paradise, and I knew he was on Super Quantal just because he's playing Super Quantal. After round 1, you go, oh, there's a person playing Super Quantal, and you find out who it is.
Yeah.
But right, I'm at Paradise on you.
Yeah, that's
so 1 game 1. Game 2, he does. I think I hand trap him twice, but he still ends on the like Mech King Magnus 6 materials with 1 card in hand. And I'm like, right, let's read this card for the first time. Right, so it's unaffected. It shuffles my dudes away. It's 3/6, and it drolls me. Right. Okay. Somehow got 2 5s on the board. Made Nash Knight. Made C Nash Knight. Summoned 107. And he went. But I made it like through like Holy Suin Xiaolong, so we could like target it and stuff.
Okay.
And it literally just went. That forced the first interaction, so I'm now not under droll. Because it has to force it because my 107's 4/5 and it can just be over it.
Okay.
So it's like, right, C107, yes, it didn't use its effect to negate, but it was big enough and it scared him, so now I could play. So I had a bit of a board, and I grinded out, this is game 2, grinded out, putting absolutely every defense, and we're getting close to the time, and I think it was like a 5-minute game 1 and a 40-minute game 2.
Oh my g.
And I was able to basically make him never hit me for damage. It's like, he should never hit me for damage. His last card in hand after comboing was an Azuna as well. I was like, oh, of course you did.
Jammy.
I was like, right, this is fine. I got to a point where I made it affected because he constantly had to shuffle my cards away. Because he was shuffling my cards away to try and hit me for lethal. And I just kept on going like, Suin and summon. Xiaolong changed something to defense. Like Lupus Engraved to special just to have it in defense. So he just couldn't hit me for damage. And I'm looking at the time and I'm like, right, he's now affected. He went like, I think he activated a card to like search and he went no targets. Activated a card to search for a spell, went no targets. So I'm like, your deck is K9 cards and hand traps, and my deck is full on my entire deck. Like I've got all my Vanquish names, I've got absolutely everything. Like I've been playing it so well. I've made the guy so I can pop it now, and we go into like the last turn. He hits me for 600. He's got a board of like Ripper and all this, and he goes attacks into Madlov. I go Madlov to lower by 500. He goes SP target Madlov, and I'm like, sure, this is fine. So now he can't redeclare, and he's got rid of the SP that was going to attack me for damage. So I was like, you've hit me for 600, and I flipped the trap, burnt him for 1,000, and got the game win. I was like, I should not have won game 2, but there was no way I'm scooping game 2 when game 1's up.
Yeah, that's
like I'm only scooping game 2 if I know for a fact that he's got lethal on board and that he's gone into battle phase and I've got nothing.
Yeah,
that's when I scoop. So it was really fun, and it made me go, C107 is so good just because it checks the Super Quantum matchup. I know I shouldn't be thinking about it, but it does. It checks the Lunar Light Liger dances because it's 4/5. Like it being big is so funny, and I think that's really good.
That's so funny. I mean, yeah, brilliant. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, and the last part of the deck is obviously I played the Ripper and played the Hound. Played the Hound mainly for Protoss, and I played the second Ripper because it comes up so much in the mirror, where you make the first Ripper, you make a Ripper on their turn, because Nash Knight's not really doing anything on their turn. So you make a Ripper to try and like check their K9 cards, or check the Holy Sue, whichever one they didn't start with. And then you, on your turn, you search like a K9 card and just start playing with that. And the second one just comes up because you use the first one for a search and a negate on their turn, and then you make a second one to pass to have a negate for their Sue. Yeah, so I think the second one comes up. So I don't think I'm cutting my second Ripper. The Hound, it could be a third rock. It could be an extra rank 5 that comes up. It could even be the normal 101 Silent Honor arc to give the C101 that reborn effect. Because you can make it. You can make rank 4s. It could be the Baguska. It could be the Nemesis, the whatever, the Protoss Searcher.
The Banshee?
Yeah, Banshee into flag. It could be that. It could be so much, but for now, I think I'm sticking on a Hound just because people forget what it does, and then you slap it in defense, and they go, "Oh, you're not dead this time." Yeah. But I'm really happy with the list. Like I said when I got to the Perulias, they are really good, and the Pankatops is really good. But I'm cutting the Pankatops just for the Dracotel matchup. Yeah, I'm making that Retaliate and see. Being able to chain that to a spell, and just kind of going, you're sending stuff, but you're getting no resources from it. Yeah. Is really good. Like I'm never really scared of the Dracotel fusions. I'm scared of the ability of them going, I'm going to bounce a hand trap back, or I'm going to bounce back Faminer, and that's the scary part. So being able to just have it technically 3 shifters in the deck is really nice. Because when you're playing into a Dragontail, they can't not play into the K9 cards, and they can't not play into Retaliate and See. So and they can't not play into Shifter. So I've got 6 cards in my deck now that just go, you have to play into this. Math says I see one of them.
Yeah.
In my opening hand. So your board is a little bit weaker.
Yeah.
Overall, I think I'm staying on Vanquish.
I mean, you've done well with it, so...
Yeah. I love the hands where you look at your hand of like Sue, Fire, Dark, and Azuna, and you just they go, main phase, end phase, and I go before main phase, before end phase. Sue summon this, summon Ryzen search Caesar, pop a column, Caesar pop a card, Azuna Nash Knight take a dude. Like it feels so nice.
Yeah, it's so much.
Go, you full comboed, but I'm now specifically going, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this.
You
and
mean
really good.
Our turn?
Yeah, our turn.
Yeah. See, that's yeah. What was your MVP then? Like as well. So you've spoken about a lot of cards that you've loved here, but what has been your MVP? What's been the best one?
I think the card that I love the most is probably the K9 Quick Play. I think it does so much, and just being able to just destroy one card your opponent controls. It's not destroy monster, it's not destroy back row, it's not destroy field spell. It's just destroy anything. Yeah. And especially because I'm playing the second Ripper, because I'm playing a Hound, the effects of when a K9 monster battles set it, most of the time that never comes up, and most of the time people never really reset it. Because they can't activate it again. They play the one Ripper, they play the one Werewolf, they've activated, they've summoned the Werewolf, and it's now done.
Yeah.
But because I'm playing the second Ripper, because I'm playing the second Hound, and because it's not a rank up, it's like just a swap.
Yeah.
It's you can go from Ripper to Hound, you can go from Hound to Ripper. It just feels like I can actually use it again, and it's now this card in my main deck that, even though yes, I don't want to see it in my opening hand, on paper it is still technically, over the course of a game, 2 pops. Yeah. And I really like it. For this deck as well, the Protoss, I saw it too much.
Oh really?
For what I should see it. Like, not like I'm never complaining about seeing it, like, but it's like I saw it against Malice. I saw it against Dracotel, but I saw it against Dracotel because I sided it by accident. I was like, oh, this will be really good. And I was like, what? Cold white water? And it does nothing. Like, it just didn't, like, I called water. And I was like, it's doing nothing. Like, it just didn't do anything. But I was like, yeah, might as well. It's a cool dark. But I saw it against Dracotel, and then I played 2 Malice at the OTS Liverpool Championship.
Right.
Played it round 1 and I played it round 3. And I played it, I saw it both round 1 and round 3 against the Malice players. Round 1, it very much helped me like win the game. Like, being able to call dark is just so free.
Yep.
It's the attribute that just goes, it's the freest one. Protoss is a dark, it's fine. The second time I saw Malice, second time I saw it against the other Malice player, I saw it when they full comboed. And the game 1 I won, game 2 they full comboed. I started playing, I started with like Jockle Summon Azuna, and the Book of Eclipsed. And I'm looking at my hand of like Protoss, Madlove, and like something else. It's like, my next plays normal Madlove, that gets negated by ally code, and I can't even summon the Protoss. So it's like, I just lose. So I passed, and then he like did Malice things to pop my 2 sets, so I don't even get draws off the Book of Eclipse.
So
and I'm just like, yes, I saw the yes, I saw the Protoss, but that could have been any card, and I still don't think I could even win that matchup.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I felt so like dirty playing against the Malice player round 3 though. So we're on top tables, and I think this was the highlight of my event. Sit down, he rolls the dice, he rolls 10. I rolled 12.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, right, roll 12 for start the turn, right, I'm going first. Game 1 I win from just playing. I had like the generic Vanquish board with a Ripper, and he goes, start turn normal Dormouse, I go Rise and pop it, and he just kind of goes, yeah, we'll go next game. So his just hand was a bit mediocre.
Yeah.
Game 2 he full boards me, and I've said like the Book of Eclipse. Game 3, he does the generic like player where they just kind of like, they look at the hand, they've got no poker face. They look at it in disgust. They put the hand down. Like, so it's like one nice neat pile, and I'm like, right, so I've got full reign to do whatever I want. Like, the one card I'm gonna play around is Nib. So summon Ripper, summon Paradised. He rolls a 4, and I roll Snake Eyes. So I roll double 6 to see who starts.
That's
and I rolled
typical, isn't it?
Snake Eyes for Paradise. So I'm like, I rolled the best 2 dice rolls I could have done.
That's wild.
In the specific points where I needed them, and I was like, right, so I'm sorry, I've won this.
Yeah, that's...
like, game 3, roll Snake Eyes on Paradise. Like, I'm sorry.
That's actually wild.
It is what it is. But yeah, loved the deck. I've gone to like lots of little events. Like, I go to my levels. I've gone to like there was a OTS championship in Chester called Recollect. I went, didn't do the best. Annoyingly, I went. It was 4 rounds. I won 2, lost 2, and the 2 people I lost to was my mate Owen and my mate Connor, who I took in my car with me. So it's like, right, that's really fun. Go to an event, I drive you, and I just lose to you two. List was very similar to the one I played at the OTS Championship, but honestly, I think it's really good. I don't think it's the best deck.
Okay.
Just because it does have the consistency issues. You do look at your hands and go, I've got this one play and I hope it doesn't get stopped. Or you look at your hand where you've got 4 fires in hand, you've got Ryzen, you've got Zhao, you've got Ash. It's like, this is really good. Like, yes, I'm not going to complain about a hand of Ryzen, Zhao and being able to trigger Zhao, but that going into a board, it needed to be other attributes. Like, you look at your hand sometimes and you go, this is a good hand, this is a really good hand, but I need the earth or I need the fire in my opener.
Yeah. Just
to break boards. And it's like that, and that's why I feel like it's not the best deck.
Okay.
Just because, like, if I'm having to play Small World in a deck, I'm either doing something so incredibly unfair, or I am desperate for consistency. and I'm just desperate for consistency. Like, it's the reason why I put Case of K9 and Lantern in the side deck.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why I'm main in Small World. I just need that consistency, and I think that's why I can't say it's the best deck. I think the best deck is either Dracotale or Yumi, just depending on the pilot.
Interesting.
I think if Yumi can figure out how to not get absolutely demolished by Dracotale, I think they're fine. But
yeah, okay.
I think Vanquish Soul will win a lot of tournaments. I think Vanquish Soul will win a lot of regionals, win a lot of OTSs. They'll win the big events.
But you reckon it's just overall not the best?
Yeah, I think they'll win, and you'll watch these deck profiles, and they'll go, "Yeah, I paradised 4 people." It's like, yeah,
yeah,
I see that.
Yeah.
I think, but for just consistency, especially in a meta where you can play Yumi, you can play K9, you can play Crystron, you can play Dracotale. You can play Dracotale in like 4 different ways. You can technically still play Mitsuragil with them having so many variant decks.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like caveats from the deck, it's so fun to play. I was so worried that like you read the K9 cards and you kind of go like, oh, how is this going to play actively? Like, you don't really know. Like, you read Jockle and you go like, this is a good card. But then you go like, when am I going to have another 5 in hand? And then I realise like Su and Xiaolong's a 5 and Azuna's a 5. It's like, oh no, there's all.
Yeah.
It's like, but coming from playing pure Vanquish for a long time, going to Vanquish K9, the K9 cards just help the deck so much and help just push it into this top contender. Overall, really like the deck. I'm really glad that it is actually good.
Yeah, I'm just glad it was released.
Yeah, me too. But yeah,
good.
I think my main deck's solid now. I think the Crows. I'm gonna go to one tournament and I'm gonna finish it and I'm gonna go Crows were bad.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm gonna go to one event and I go, oh, Crows were amazing and won the games. I don't think I'm ever gonna say Crow won me a game, but I think it is the best hand trap that is also an attribute that can hit a variety of decks. Like Ghost Bell is very good.
Yeah.
Ghost Ogre is really good. Nib is really good. But Ghost Ogre and Nib being lights, it's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna have a hand where if that was a dark, or if that was an earth, was a fire, there.
Yeah.
So I've kept it dark. Also helps a bit with small because it's just a dark with absolutely nothing in common with anything.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm happy with my list. Playing Retaliating Sea. Don't know what's going to go in over Protoss. Don't know what's going to go in over Hound. But overall, really good list, and I've been playing it.
Good. And then, any shout-outs you want to give at the end?
Yeah, so my 3 main shout-outs, I've got my mate Owen Wilson. Rest in peace. He was better on remote duels than in play, but mate Connor Delwolf, take him everywhere. He plays until he gets his invite and then never plays Yu-Gi-Oh again. So he's still on my card, doesn't have his invite yet. And then my older brother David Nickson, he's decided to judge all the events. You can see him on feature match tables. He was a feature match judge for the European Championship. So
nice.
He's proper gone far with it.
Thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you.
Once again, congratulations. And then, hopefully you do well with these kind of upcoming events as well. Keep us all in the loop. And then hopefully see you back if you top any of them.
Yeah. Thank you very much. See you later.